Yes, hello everybody, this is Ray from Ray's United, and I'm back, people, I'm back. Listen, this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for the past few weeks as the price of pie kept fluctuating or maybe leveling up, as it were. A lot of you might think, oh, why is the price of pie so low compared to when it launched back in, back on the day of February 20th, 2025. A lot of you be asking why. Now, we all know when cryptos launch, you get sort of a rush, you get a peak, and then you get a trough, and then you get leveling, and then you get a correction, and then you get a either rise or fall or dump or whatever, sell, buy, hold. You get all of those factors coming in, demand, supply, you know how it works, the economics of it. However, with this, I've seen something which I'm asking I'm asking you, but at the same time, I've found certain solutions and I've written them down. So please don't think Ray's reading. I can do videos unscripted, you know that. But this I'm doing because I had to get everything spot on. Do you know what I mean? So I wrote it down for everybody, so you guys would also understand and obviously add your take. Your take is also important. Do you know what I mean? Without further ado, you know what to do. Smash that like button, people. Smash the subscribe button. Of course, become a member. Let's watch this channel grow. Let's get to 100K. Please subscribe to the channel. Share the content, of course. And if you want to become a member or give a super thanks or whatever, that helps the channel. That helps us improve. And that keeps us going. Do you know what I mean? So let's do this. And when I come back, it's on! All right, I'm back. This is Ray from Ray's United. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. Of course, become a member. Let's watch this channel grow. Let's get to 100K. No time. Share the content and press the bell notification button so when these contents are done, you will be the first to know. Quality content, of course. Now, the question is, why do people still want to sell their Pi coins or Pi coin even at this low rate? At this low rate, relatively, of course, relatively. Why are people still hell-bent on selling? Now, obviously, I wrote a few things here, but I'm going to tell you this. So, Pi coins, or Pi coin, or Pi coin holders, are selling even at the low price due to a large influx of tokens onto the market, a desire to realize any profit after years of free mining, quote and unquote, and general market volatility. These factors have created significant selling pressure, which is what the caption of the thumbnail is saying, selling pressure or sell pressure, that has pushed the price down since Pi's open network launch on February 20th, 2025. Okay, so now I'm going to give you the reasons for selling Pi, the reasons why people are selling Pi at this low rate, of course. And then after that, I'll give you the factors that are influencing the price. Do you know what I mean? And of course, you can also give me your take. Okay? Okay, so these are the reasons. One reason here is early adopters cashing out. Now, let me tell you this before I read what I've written. So many people are asking why some people are cashing out. Listen, whatever anyone does with their Pi, it's none of my business. I do what I do with my Pi. You do what you do with your Pi. What you see, you deem fit. The thing I'm seeing, the trend I'm seeing is people say, oh, why is somebody selling their Pi? Why is this? Why is that? Listen, I sort of agree with certain people who have sold their Pi, because if you've been mining for 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, that's like you investing or saving. Everybody's got their target. Somebody needs $1,000. Somebody needs $10,000. Somebody needs $1 million. Somebody needs $100. Somebody needs... You can't tell anybody what they need. They know what they need. Do you know what I mean? So if somebody says, I'm going to sell my Pi, I'm not going to tell them don't sell it. I'll be like, do what you seem fit. Do what you think is best for you. So if somebody's selling it, and they've been with Pi for a long time, I think I understand where they're going, because they will not be confident enough to say that, oh, Pi is going to really be great, because the cryptos which have actually been great are the ones that have launched so quickly and then built from there. Do you know what I mean? Pi tried to do the reverse, but I believe it's a little bit counterproductive, to be honest, at the moment as things stand. So those who have adopted, those who are the early adopters, they believe that, you know, Pi is not going anywhere for them. So because it's not going anywhere for them, they would rather sell than, you know, whatever. They have their goals. You know, some people will not sell because they will hold till whatever time. Do you know what I mean? And then that brings me to a certain thing. For instance, CPEN obviously launched their mainnet like a few months ago in April, right? And they keep going. The price went down a bit, but it's really good. They have their own ecosystem. They're building things. And when you type the top 10 cryptos, CPEN is always in the top 10 mobile mining cryptos. I mean, Pi is number 1, but CPEN is always there or thereabout in the top 10. But it's been around for a very short time, and they're making inroads as they go along. So you look at it and you're like, that is the crypto that you can hold, because at the end of the day, you don't know where it's going to go, but it has potential. Pi Network, some people they don't want to hold it because they're thinking, you know what, they have 10,000 Pi, 5,000 Pi, whatever. At the time when Pi was about $2, they exchanged it. They got $10,000, you know, $5,000, whatever. Listen, some people have not even seen $100 in their lives. Some haven't seen $1,000 in their lives. So to see 5,000, 10,000, that was a lot for them. Do you know what I mean? So that is the first bit of the reasons for selling Pi. So obviously, early adopters, users who have been mining Pi for years simply by opening a mobile app daily are taking the opportunity to sell their accumulated holdings and realize a profit, no matter how small. That's what I just said. The second reason for people selling their Pi is sudden supply increase. So following the open network launch, a large number of Pi tokens previously locked up became available for migration to exchanges after well, it wasn't migrated to exchanges. It was migrated to their Pi wallet, and they obviously sold it to exchanges after users completed their Know Your Customer KYC verification. This flood of new tokens significantly outweighs the current demand, driving the price down. Obviously, that's another issue. And now this is where I think the Pi core team should have released all our eligible Pi instead of waiting, because if they had done that, we would have seen a leveling. Now we know the price has got a potential to go further down when migration takes place, but they have to migrate our Pi, the unverified Pi. They have to migrate them. The next reason is limited limited utility. So despite the open network launch, the Pi ecosystem still has limited real-world use cases, which makes it less attractive to serious investors. Without strong demand for investors, the price remains low. Again, that's also another thing. Well, the investors are coming in through Pi Network Ventures, but we'll see where that goes at the moment. We don't know anything yet. We know a few things, but we'll see where everything goes. And then, of course, there's the market volatility. New cryptocurrencies are often volatile, especially immediately after launch. You understand? The price swings reflect the natural discovery process as the market determines a fair value. Some may argue that the markets can't determine the value, but we should determine the value. And for us to determine the value, then we don't have to sell our Pi. We have to buy more Pi from those who have sold on the exchanges and hold. That's the only way we can obviously keep that. And then there is the lack of major exchange listings. Of course, whilst listed on several exchanges, Pi is not on major ones like Binance, which would provide significant liquidity and credibility. When I come back, I'm going to talk about the factors influencing the price. All right, I'm back. This is Ray from Ray's United. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. Of course, become a member. Let's watch this channel grow. Let's get to 100K. No time. Obviously, share the content and press the bell notification button. All right, so factors influencing Pi's price. Number one is open network launch. So the open network in February 2025 allowed external connectivity, which we all know, because before it was the enclosed network, which meant that the firewall was still active. And obviously, because it allowed external connectivity, it meant that the Pi coins could be traded on exchanges for the first time. And obviously, from then on, the price had been fluctuating. Another factor that influences the price of Pi is the initial volatility. So the price of Pi experienced significant fluctuations shortly after launch, peaking and then correcting sharply as early miners sold off their coins. Just like I said earlier, people sold off their coins, and therefore the price plummeted. Now, there is a supply versus demand, of course. The current market is heavily influenced by the supply from long-term miners eager to sell, of course, while strong investors' demand has not yet materialized to support a higher price. And that's the thing. So the trust in Pi is not as high as we expect it to be at the moment from potential investors, because obviously you have people touting certain ridiculous prices, and therefore people will not take the project seriously, even though I believe the Pi core team needs to come out and clarify certain things and stamp their foot on certain narratives that have been put out there, so as to put at ease the situation that potential investors could put themselves in, because nobody's going to invest in a project that they may deem as a joke. Do you know what I mean? But Pi Network is not a joke. Pi is some serious business. They're doing some serious stuff, and we need to support that. We need to make sure that we do what we have to do to ensure that Pi is up there with the big guns.